Hello there, and welcome to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutants in Manhattan. This is the Xbox One version. I've been sort of looking at these delisted games with quite a lot of interest of late. There is quite a few. You can't get this digitally. I think this might have been Activision, but you can't buy this. There's a few of these types of games you can't get hold of now. Um, this is on Xbox One, PS4, Xbox 360, and PS3. This is an interesting game. It's got mixed to sort of negative reviews on most websites, and I, I think how can I put it? I don't think it necessarily deserves that. There are some issues with this game, but it's also got some fun to it as well. But for instance, the graphics are pretty decent. The frame rate seems very consistent. Whether it's 30 or 60, I can't really say. I'm going to assume that it's 60, but it seems very fluid. Um, the art style's certainly interesting. It's not bad, but it is interesting nonetheless. It's definitely got some. Uh, it's an interesting art style for sure. The voice acting this is pretty good. Each of the turtles very much sound very different. They've got different characterizations, different moves, and their personalities are sort of distinguishable. Um, and it looks quite good and it runs well, as I've said. Uh, but it does have. Let's go on to the criticisms. I can see the criticisms of it. A lot of people say like it's very much kind of repetitive. The missions are very linear, so April will tell you go here, and you have to retrieve something as I'm doing now, or disable a bomb, or something like that, and that is pretty much the whole game. And it's not necessarily bad, um, but the enemies sort of spawn in, your foot soldiers, your little I can't remember what the robots are called now. I'm a big fan of the Turtles, more so the side-scrolling beat 'em ups, this stuff if I'm honest. But this is an interesting one. It's delisted, as I said, and there's a few of those delisted games I've sort of been going after because I'm very curious about them. And I'm going to try and push through and play through the whole of this. This is Series X compatible as well, so I imagine the PS4 to version will work on the PS5, and it's on as a 360 and PS3. So 360, I don't imagine will be backwards compatible with this particular game. I believe it's from Activision, if I'm understanding correctly. So April gives you these missions. You go and retrieve a bomb or disable this whilst enemies spawning on you. You've got different combo attacks, different moves with the LT button, so you can enable healing moves, healing areas if there's an issue, combo attacks. There's a spin move you can do into the enemy. So there's quite a lot of different moves. You can unlock more moves, charms. When you go back to the layer, you can get health items and stuff. And you're going to see in a second, like this is not a boss, more like a mini boss, I could say. But you are going to see sort of some of the flaws of the game. It is quite unforgiving, and I spent the majority of my time using the RT button to dodge and staying up in the air a lot is a very good strategy in this game because you just get hammered when you're on the ground. Um, you really do. I mean, the boss battles in particular, you're better off trying to stay as high up off the ground as possible. The game, as you can see, I throw a bomb now, and you can pick items up and throw things to stun the enemies and stuff. And there's some good ideas in this game. Um, it's the camera is a consistent issue in this game. It's constantly kind of gets in your way. It doesn't orientate round when you're under attack, when something spawns in behind you, or the enemy. The bosses have like 7 layers of health there, so I put a health combo down. So the bosses will spawn in with like 7 layers of health, and then you have to deplete all those health bars. When they get down to like 2 health bars. The boss goes into like berserker mode where they go mental and they just start like just running all over the map, and it can be really hard to keep track of where they're going or what they're doing, and that's when your turrets and your health drinks to make your attacks more powerful become especially more handy than anything else. And it, once you get that down, it's not that difficult, but it's this is on like medium difficulty, I think, and it's not in any way a very forgiving game. I think this is going to be a lot more fun in co-op, quite possibly. It'll be absolute chaos, but it will be probably more fun because you can coordinate a lot more. The AI does an okay job in terms of staying alive to some degree. Um, it does give me those Ghostbuster vibes, the 2009 game that's on PS3 and 360, and I believe there was a Wii version of it as well, which apparently is the most interesting. It's got more of a cartoony art style. But in terms of the AI keeping themselves alive, they do have a tendency at times to get themselves killed. And once all the turtles die, you have to then you go back to sort of the layer. There's like a mini game or something. You have to eat pizzas to get as build up as much health as you can, and then it drops you back into that sort of boss or mini boss. As you see, I'm getting hammered right now as Leonardo. And as you can see, I'm staying up in the air as much as possible because it's just the easiest way to stay alive. And obviously, the area attacks can be a bit of a twat at times. Um, I do like the combo attacks. I think once you get them down, they're actually quite a lot of fun. It's just the mission designs are very repetitive, and I will show a boss fight in this game. As you can see, so I've switched to no, sorry, the AI is revived me. Oh no, he's died, so now I've switched to Raph. And obviously, I think Raph's got, I think he's got harder attacks, if I'm understanding correctly. So here's a combo attack, or a, yeah, you go. So, and as you can see, I've only got like one pizza left. His health is just about depleted, and I'm about to, and I think I'm gonna end. I'm not dead yet. Still got Mikey and Donatello. I haven't played much as Donatello as of yet. I think because I just haven't switched to that character. But the time I've played this, I think I've done about 2 hours of this. Um, I'm gonna continue playing through it and see if I can clear it. Um, but it's definitely a game I think it's gonna be more fun with other people because it does get very frustrating very quickly. Um, but I mean, what eBay was like 12 quid, and I think the cheapest copy I could find on PS4 was about 21. Um, I have no idea, as I said, what the differences are going to be with the 360 and the PS3 version. Probably just lower resolution or maybe a lower frame rate. Um, which is, considering it's an Xbox One PS4, it must have come out. Must be quite a late port for a PS3 or a 360 game. As you can see, when you finish a mission, you get a ranking, how well you did, how much damage you did, different stats for different turtles, most hits, most takedowns, that kind of stuff. And there is some fun to be had with this. And considering it's delisted, it might be one of those games where the price does go up. I could be completely off wrong on that, but I do think, given the fact that it's delisted, that it might go up. There's also, I think there was a remake of Ninja Turtles in Time. Was it Ubisoft? I can't remember who it was. It was 360 and PS3 Reshelled it was called, and it was hated from my understanding. And that was completely delisted. I think that was digital only. I'm not 100% sure about that, but so you're about to see a boss battle in it, and you'll sort of see what I mean. Um, but the cutscenes you're going to see now, like, they're kind of decent. They do look pretty decent. So that's Rocksteady, so it won't be what Rocksteady was. I do like the art style. It looks very cool, and you're gonna sort of see the boss fight now. And I think I do die a few times, but as you can see, like when the camera's behind the turtle, it's actually decent. You can really get an idea of what you're hitting and stuff. But it does get more difficult when he starts to move around like really, really quickly. As you see, I've got a gun. Yeah, there you go. Because I can fire a big plasma thing at him and stuff. And I'm getting a health thing, and I'm getting hit. Like so, there's like an area of effect attack and stuff. You can collect those orbs that gives you more points. You can then spend on items and stuff. But I did find this first boss fight really frustrating. So this is the second boss fight. Sorry, the first boss fight's Bebop in a bank vault, and I found that really, really difficult. It was just, I don't know why I find it so difficult. But it does take time to get the hang of how this game plays. I'm not, as I said, a big Platinum fan. I'm finding Metal Gear Rising Revengeance to be really, really frustrating. And not exactly enjoying it. I don't think the game's bad. I just don't think it's my type of game. I just find some of these games tend to be um, sort of an acquired taste. But I don't think it's a bad game at all. I think it's definitely gonna have its fans, and I'm gonna die in a second. As you can see, I think it took me a couple of attempts to do this. But as you can see, like RT to dodge attacks, but it's really difficult to dodge attacks in this game, particularly when you've got a boss fight. I no idea what it's going to be like when I get to Shredder. That might be a nightmare. See, I'm down. It's down to like 3 bars, and every time you die, it resets and it puts his health back to 7 bars of health. So if you see in a minute, if I get down to 2 bars of health, and as you see, there was a combo attack I just did then. The animation's really, really fluid and it looks really, really good. I love the jumping mechanics are kind of cool and stuff. And for 12 quid, I can't really complain on eBay. I did actually just get a copy of, well, I've got it digitally, but I wanted a copy of Alien Isolation, so I ordered a copy on PS4. Received it, and I might even do a little video on it. Smashed to pieces. The guy who sent it packaged it really well. It was bubble wrapped and everything, but someone stood on it and wrecked it, and it won't install. It gets to about 15 gig and won't install the last 5 gigs. So it was quite frustrating. So here's the thing I was on about. So you grab pizza. Now his health will probably reset, and then I have to do the whole thing again. Yep. So as you see, like, so I'm trying to knock that health bar down, and it's not the boss fights are necessarily difficult. But as you can see, right now I'm above Rocksteady, but I'm literally above him to the point where I'm almost behind him. So there you go. So I have to orientate the camera around again, and a lot of games are like this, but it's really frustrating at times. So that's why I have to stay as up in the air as much as possible, unless I'm doing like a combo attack or something to sort of hit him. And I think this is probably one of the biggest criticisms of this game. It's just the combat can be really, really awkward and really irritating. There's some decent ideas in this. There you go. So like he swung at me, I jumped out of the way, but it, you know, again, I'm constantly orientating the camera around to actually be able to aim. Look, so he's behind me again. So this is the thing you have to constantly do in this game in order to. And I'm dead again. And I did this. I did this a couple of times. I don't have the mini games. If you eat the pizzas fast enough, you can then spawn back in when his health bar is only at 6 out of 7. I'm not really sure. Or you can buy items as well. And basically you can get as many pizzas back, giving you the ability to have more health when you go back in the boss fight. Oh no, so the turtles are actually still fighting, because 5 out of 7 on the bar and it's still dropping. As you can see in a minute, so I'm going to buy a cannon, and there'll be some other bits as well. Missile turret, plasma turret, that's a good one to get. And you can just pick items. These do make the game a damn sight easier, because it's really, really frustrating otherwise. Will you buy it? So you get pizzas for health and stuff like that as well. drinks to make your attacks more difficult, your movement speed faster. So yeah, so you jump back into the fight, but alright, so if you do go back into the game, I didn't realise that you can actually get back in before his health resets, which is handy to know and have. So as you can see, so I can jump on the I get hit by a train. It's just a lot of environmental things that sort of bugger you up a lot of the time. Then I can shoot him and deplete his health down, which makes it a damn sight easier. But it does run out of charge it's out of charge very quickly. So he's going to go red in a minute on his health bar, and he's going to go absolutely berserk, more berserk than he's going right now. And that's when it gets very, very sort of challenging at that point. It's already been challenging, but you just a case of just avoiding that stuff, the attacks when he hits the ground with his thing. The AI, as I said, does have there you go, now he's gone red. Does suffer a little bit with the same issue as Ghostbusters. It's not as bad as Ghostbusters is really, really frustrating the AI because they used to get killed constantly, even if I was doing well. It's not such an issue in this, but it does show its head every now and then. Especially because you can freeze him up and get max health and stuff. As you can see now, he's going absolutely berserk. He's like flashing red all the time, and it does become, no matter how hard you try and dodge an attack, you inevitably will get hit at some point. It's good fun, but really frustrating at the same time. So that my biggest strategy is just to keep running and jumping until oh, that's good. Though you got to buy a train. So the AI does revive reasonably competent. And yeah, there you go. So I finally took out Rocksteady. But as I said, like, so you just have like 8 full assigns your missions, and then you get a score based on how well you did that mission. And it's not bad. It's well worth 12 quid. I really can't complain. Um, More fun though in multiplayer, and I think it's worth trying. I don't think it's awful. It's just very repetitive, and it's kind of not what I would ever think of when I think of a Ninja Turtles game, because the genre is slightly different. But if you get the chance and you're interested in the Turtles, I would check this out. It's not bad at all. It doesn't necessarily deserve the hate it gets. It's it's not a bad game in the slightest. Um, and as I said, for the money, it's really not that bad. I would give this, if I was giving this a score out of 10, probably a 6, 6.5 maybe. He's going to get hit by a train. It's not that bad. If it's something you're interested, give it a try. I said there's another one that I want to try, which is a roguelike called Splinter's Fate, which is getting quite favourable reviews. And I believe it was an Apple Arcade game when it first came out. But yeah, that was a tad weird there, I suppose. But it's not bad. Give it a go. I'll leave a bit of excess footage in so you can see it for yourself, and you can decide. Because again, it says delisted, so it's one of those that might be worth a bit of money one day. But here's you can load out your turtles, different levels for different attacks, charm effects you can unlock, stages. That's as difficult as on normal, so it's not impossible, but it is challenging to say the least. But yeah, I'll leave it there. Hopefully this has been an interesting one. There you go. So charm effects, homing and shuriken, stuff like that. Yeah, I'd check this out if you're interested in turtles and you enjoy the turtles. It doesn't deserve the hate it's get. It's certainly not an amazing game, but it's certainly not a bad game in the grand scheme of things. And I'll be checking out a few more. I've got Arkham Origins coming on PS3. That's actually sealed as well, so I'm not sure if I'm going to open it or leave it sealed because I want to play for Origins again because I've got it on Steam. But the Steam version is glitchy as hell. Like the Croc fight, the Croc character, graphically he disappears in the Steam version because it's got so many graphical issues and stuff. So I don't know what's going on there exactly. But yeah. So I'll probably be doing some streaming of that sometime. Still got to finish Spider-Man and some other game. But I will leave it there, and as I said, I'll leave a bit more footage in the game so you can see it for yourself. There's another boss fight I did, which was Slash, which is good fun. Once I got the hang of it, as you can see, I'm unlocking all sorts of different effects and ninjutsu attacks and stuff. But anyway, I will leave it there, and I hope this video has been reasonably interesting. My last one didn't do too well. I think I've been doing too many collection type videos. I've done quite a lot, if not too many at this point. But anyway, I'll leave it there, and thank you for listening to me ramble, and enjoy your game.
Well, that's a thing that just happened.
Raph's been knocked out. You're down to 2. This isn't looking good.
That's it. I'm never taking the subway ever again.
I think the odds of running into a rhino during your daily commute are negligible, Mikey.
What daily commute? He just sits on the couch and plays video games all day. You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. Ouch. yourself together. I owe you a slice.
Guys, little help.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff. It only hurts when I breathe and move and blink.
Pull yourself together.
Gracias, bro. Oh yeah, that's the stuff.
Snap out of it.
I was just feeling lonely is all.
I can't move my limbs. Shell shock.
Donnie's been knocked out. You're gonna have to pull through with just the three of you. Ralph's been knocked out. You're our last hope. Don't let us down.
Guys, you can stop now. Why does the world keep spinning?
Deplorable.
That's it. I'm never taking the subway ever again.
I think the odds of running into a rhino during your daily commute are negligible, Mikey.
What daily commute?
He just sits on the couch and plays video games all day.
You know, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Ouch. Everything's upside down. Hey, who turned the lights out? Oh man, brain drain.
Leo's been knocked out. You're gonna have to pull through with just the three of you. Ralph's been knocked out. You're down to two. This isn't looking good. Donnie's been knocked out. You're our last hope. Don't let us down.
Guess I'm the only one who didn't get the fail memo. It only hurts when I breathe and move and blink.
You must prepare for the outside world, for it is full of dangers. Are you certain you did not forget anything? What will it be?
Back to the drawing board. Guys, little help.
There is no place for greed in our family.
Leo's been knocked out. You're our last hope. Don't let us down.
Okay, now I'm in trouble.
I believe in you, my sons.
Well, that's a thing that just happened.
You got this, bro.
Oh, thanks. I needed that. I'm okay. I can totally handle this.
There's always room for improvement.
Sorry about spoiling your fun, Horn Dome, but ain't you a little too big to be playing with trains?
Fun? Ha! You stupid turtles ain't seen nothing yet! Nah, chumps. The fun's just getting started.
What the? Where'd he go?
Whoa! Just like a cute magician's bunny. Except, you know, he's a big, ugly, psychopathic rhino, dude.
What did the big psycho mean by just getting started? No time for